Hi YouTube, this is my first vlog. My name is Danielle, and I suffer from anxiety and depression. It gives me that type of attitude, like, excuse the background, you might hear PBS. Um, my kids, I have 3 kids. I decided to talk about my depression and anxiety on this channel, on my YouTube channel, and I decided that I would vlog um, often, um, talking about my experience throughout that day or the week, and my triggers. I know for my anxiety, being sick is a trigger because I have severe health anxiety. I don't like to be sick at all. Excuse me. I don't like to feel any uncomfortable feelings in my body, any sensations, because I think that it's something serious, way more serious than it probably is. I go to the doctor a lot. Um, when I say these things out loud, they sound irrational, but in my head, they're rational. They make sense to me. Um, it's just crazy, like, to go through life having this mental illness and, you know, a disordered perception of reality and life. My outlook on life hasn't been very good lately. Like I said, I'm going through it's a hard time. I suffer from depression, and anxiety, and I'm just going through a really, really hard time in my life, and I'm just trying to find hope. I'm just trying to look on the bright side. I'm trying to see the beauty in life. I'm trying to see happiness in life. I'm trying to see the joy in life. I'm trying to see life. Like, I'm just trying my hardest to be here and be in the now and not think too far ahead. And it's been really rough. When you got children, you don't like to, you know, think about the worst case scenarios. But lately I've just been thinking about um, things happening to me, and, not being able to watch my children grow up, or um, not being able to be with them, as they grow into adulthood and have families and children of their own. Um, I know that it's mainly my depression and making me feel like, what's to look forward to in the future. Do you even have a future? Um, so I'm dealing with that right now at the moment. I started a medication 3 weeks ago that has um, been working for me well. I've gotten more energy. Somewhat got my appetite back. I'm getting a little bit better sleep. It's medication. The only side effects that I have are drowsiness and headaches. Headaches are the worst. But I was told to drink more water. That may help. But it's been working for me, and I'm looking forward to it being able to lift my mood. I'm being hopeful, and I know that's that word when you have depression and anxiety or any mental illness. Hopeful is not a part of your vocabulary, because it's just like you're not capable of feeling those type of feelings because of what you're going through. But I'm hopeful because of these physical changes that I've experienced within 3 weeks. So I look forward to being able to look to the future and feel better about life, and know that I'll be around for my children and, you know, and grandchildren. I pray. Um, I'm not really good at doing recordings and stuff like that, so I hope as I learn to vlog that I get better at um, not saying so much, and learning how to let my words flow naturally without um, pausing or feeling uncomfortable. Like I have a lot of nervous energy. A lot of times I feel just out of place when I'm doing recordings or videos and stuff like that. Deep breath. I also look forward to gaining subscribers and subscribing to people, especially people who are going through mental illness or who have gone through it. I look forward to learning their ways of coping with it or their ways that they've overcome it. I look forward to at least trying to inspire someone, to do better as they see changes in me from the vlogs that I start to do. I hope to be able to help somebody or reach someone who's feeling even worse than I'm feeling. I just want people to be able to know that their life is worth living even though they're going through what they're going through. It's hard. I know it's hard. And anybody who suffered with any mental illness knows that it's hard. But I just feel like, in my opinion, I feel like certain people are put through things for a reason. I do believe in God, and I just believe that certain people who suffer with certain things are people that have like something to gain from those things. I don't want to say like, people with physical illness, like people who get cancer and stuff like that, have things to gain from that. But I just feel like if a person can overcome or cope with what they're going through, physical or emotional or mental or whatever, that if they're able to overcome it, that it's for the great benefit of them and their life. It's a reason, that you have gone through it and you come out stronger. So I don't know. Hopefully I can, get more in detail about it later on in another video or something. But I just believe that for me, maybe I shouldn't speak for other people because I know a lot of things people go through, they feel like they don't deserve it, especially like when children or, innocent little children go through serious illnesses and things happen to them. So I just don't want to start any controversial situations or conversations. But I feel like for me, let me speak for me, I feel like there's a reason that I'm going through what I'm going through for the greater benefit of me. I've always struggled with anxiety since I was about 16. I've always been extremely fearful. I used to suffer panic attacks. Whew. Panic attacks. If you could describe how you would feel if you were dying, a panic attack is how you would define how you would feel if you were dying. Just a darkness. It was so scary, and I still don't even know like the main reasons why I started feeling that way. I just remember when I was 16 being at school and I would just start feeling down, like everybody would be laughing and playing and just being 16-year-olds, being in high school. And I would just be sitting there and I would just get in this mode and everything was shut down and I would just automatically like stop being happy or excited or laughing or talkative. I would just shut down and I would just sit there in this mode, and people would always ask me like, "Hey Danielle, what's wrong? Are you okay?" And I would tell them, "Yeah, I'm okay." But I could never explain why I started feeling that way I felt. But I just remember like it was yesterday when I was 16, and I'm 28 now. When I was 16, that's when I first started having that severe anxiety. I used to fear going to sleep. I used to fear being sick. I used to fear to the point where my heart would pound out my chest. And I never talked to my mother about it until we actually relocated to another state. And that's when the panic attacks started to manifest. They started to come, full force. And I couldn't hide those because I really thought I was dying, and my mother would have to calm me down and talk me down and help me to calm down and realize you're okay, breathe. And I just remember having these anxiety has been consistent. Depression has came in waves, like on and off throughout my adult life. I would feel the heaviness. I've never really been like suicidal or anything like that, but I did used to dwell on death a lot. Like, what would it be like if I died? Or um, how would it feel, on the other side? What is it like on the other side? Just wondering about the unknowns of certain situations that are beyond us. Anybody who's alive is beyond us. So I just found myself like panicking about those type of situations and fearing that. And like I said, I believe in God, and um, just worried about my spirituality and things that I've done in life that I wasn't proud of, and just freaking out to the extent where it was just really like wearing on me. Like, I would always have like chest pains and just feel sick all over, just had such a hard time, and I still do have such a hard time. But I'm glad that I started medication. I know there's a stigma with it, but you know what? Oh well. I am one of the people who have chose to get on medication, and medication is doing well for me, and I'm thankful for it. It doesn't work well for everyone, but I'm one of the lucky ones, and I'm thankful for it. And I hope not to be able to have to stay on it for long term, but I do hope that it helps me get over this rough patch that I'm going through, because this depressive episode has been by far the worst one I've ever experienced in my life. Like I said, I've had depression before. Like, it comes in waves, and it used to just be like, oh, I'm down, I don't feel happy about things that I used to feel happy about. But this one, because I had a severe traumatic situation that happened, and then my great grandmother passed away, and it just started making me just start feeling crazy. I shut myself down. I kind of isolated myself from my family, and it was rough. It was a heaviness on me that I can't even explain. Like, when you have depression, it goes beyond your vocabulary. You can't even explain it. You can't even put into words how you feel. If you were, I would say, if I was dead but I'm alive, that's how I felt. Like, you're alive. Your heart is beating. You're putting air through your lungs. Your heart is beating. Your organs are still functioning, but you're gone. Like being brain dead. You're gone. That's how I would explain it.